I like to see our sixth form as a bridge between the normal constraints of school and the freedoms they'll have at university.
Teachers treat us more like adults instead of children, and it's more like having a conversation with them and them telling you stuff instead of them saying this is what happens, and then they're open to any questions, which is really nice because you're doing a subject you love rather than doing subjects you have to do, really.
You become a lot more independent, and with that extra freedom there does obviously comes an element of responsibility. But I think that's a really important life skill that you've got to develop.
Teaching is of extremely high standard, but also the girls themselves are really self-motivated. Everybody wants to do well.
The question to you now is, why were the effects of the tsunami so severe?
Every girl obviously has a form tutor. The tutor groups are about 10-12 girls in a tutor group, so that's quite small. Everybody gets to know each other. There is also a head of year who has an overview as well of the year group, and then there's myself.
It's a lot more intimate, effectively. You know, the teachers will be able to focus a lot more on you as an individual. They'll be able to pull out your strengths, whereas you'll also work as better with a teacher who is closer to you.
The teachers weren't just people who helped you pass exams. We really did have good conversations with them in lessons, and we were kind of friends.
In the lower sixth, every girl will have a joint lesson with the lower sixth from Abingdon School, critical thinking lesson. I think it's very good to have male perspective on things. Drama, theatre studies is joint taught, so half the lessons here, half the lessons at Abingdon. But as I say, the boys are welcome on site into the common room.
In the world there are inevitably going to be boys, whatever job you get, and it's important to, you know, be able to interact.
Lots of music, drama, sport, art, goes on, debating, clubs and societies, some of which they form themselves and arrange themselves.
I just went to Sweden with EYP, the European Youth Parliament, and chaired and actually I worked as an official there, so I helped sort of mentor and guide younger delegates.
At the beginning of summer, 19 of us went to Swaziland, and it was just an amazing experience. We went originally to help women in a community by building a skills centre for them.
We work hard to play hard, so we do work hard at our academic side of the work, but then you get all your work done so that then you can enjoy yourself with further clubs and activities, then you can go out with your friends at the weekend.
If we just came to school and we were just working the whole time, no one would be happy as such. We'd feel like we were achieving stuff, but I don't think only academically, no one would feel happy, and it just means that instead of leaving the school as a well-educated person, we leave the school as well-rounded people with having done a bit of sport, a bit of drama, a bit of everything really, as well as learning stuff along the way. So I think it produces a lot better pupils at the end of it, really.
En las palabras en español, porque usa unas frases bastante, bueno.
We have a higher education evening for all girls and parents, where I talk mostly about the application process, pros and cons of different paths. And they'll have a one-to-one interview with a member of the careers team to think about where they're going, what they want to apply for. We'll discuss open days, what they're doing to enhance their university application.
I got lots of support for my application to Oxford. We had an extra lesson a week to do maths, and I got lots of help with my personal statement.
When I decided to do a gap year, they were really useful, and they've got lists of people who have also had gap years and what they did, and the same with work experience as well. There's so much information and they're so willing to help.
I think they just encourage you to go wherever they know that you would be happy. For some people that's Oxford, but for other people it's different places, and yeah, everyone seems to be really happy where they are. So.